Hello over there on the other side of the screen. My name is Marvin. I've built 5 online businesses in completely separate industries and scaled them to over 5 figures a month in the past 9 years. On this channel, I just share free advice and I upload daily to answer questions. If you have a great question, put them in the comments. You can see the 5 businesses I've built over here. If you want to have more fancy videos, you can head over to my main channel. You can see it right here, Marvin Adam. If you type it in, you will see it, or you just go to the bio of this channel. The kinds of clients that we aim for should make us anywhere from $18,000 to $60,000 per year. You can see 2 examples right here of clients that I signed. This is a more recent one. I got tons of questions on social media in the past 1 or 2 years. Lots of those I never answered, so that's why I'm here. I sign clients in 39 countries, and that's why I feel qualified to answer this question. How do I sign my first client without any proof? So if you are trying to build an SMMA or an AI marketing agency or whatever you would like to call it and whatever you would like to focus on, right? Both is perfectly cool. You can combine it, that's what I'm doing. Basically, there's, I think, 2 ways of getting your first client. And I think these are the only 2 viable options, or let's say it's 3. The third one is the hardest, and I will start with the hardest. I have, by the way, also consulted and helped beginners over the past maybe 7 years at this point. So I know exactly what this is like because I've spoken to dozens and dozens and dozens, probably a couple hundred of people about this exact first hurdle and obstacle, right? So let's start with the third one first, the hardest option. The hardest option for sure is to go out there, book a call, and charge money with 0 proof. You can still do that. I had tons of people that I work with and friends in the industry, so many people I met who have done exactly that and it worked. But what you need here is, of course, a great game plan. You need to make sure that you're also fully transparent. Lying in life will never get you anywhere. You shouldn't bullshit anybody. I think you should just be very open and upfront about it, which basically leads me also to the second way of doing it. And that would be to still pitch your service, but if they confront you with the reality that you don't have any proof, anything to show for you, right? Then you can say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, how about we get you started on a trial? And given that I don't have any proof that I can show you that this will actually work, I will set this up for you, whatever it is that you sell, right? Whether it's an AI automation or it's, of course, an ad campaign on Facebook and LinkedIn and Google and so on, or it's just content. I will do this for you for a set number of days, for example, 14 days. And after 14 days, both you like the results so far, you like what we have come up with so far, you like working with me so far, then we sign a contract for X. Now here's my advice for you. You make sure that on this call already, you determine what that number is going to be. You're not going to renegotiate 14 days later and be like, yeah, let's start for free. I will not even bother you with the price. I would never do that because that way you are most likely going to not only probably losing the sale in general, but also you will open a window for them, an opportunity to negotiate down. And you as a beginner or somebody who's a bit more green is probably going to fall for that and be in that situation where the more experienced business owner is going to come from that angle and know that they can play that angle. That's why in the first call already initially, you will settle for a number where you say, if yes, in 14 days, for example, you want to get started, then this is the price. Would you be okay with that, basically? So these are the first 2 options. Now again, number 3 that I just told you, the hardest, it still works, but you got no proof and you need to be open and upfront about it. You can basically charge them less than what any other agency would right now. You can basically undercut the market to make this happen, which honestly, I will tell you, I don't think this is the best thing to do. Number 3, because when you sell yourself for cheap, even in the beginning, it usually invites bad clients, people who will expect more from you. There's a great meme about that, which basically it says something like, I just paid you $500 and I will trust you with my life and I thought about this all night and so on and so on. Versus, and then like the other picture is, hey, I just paid you $50,000. Talk to you tomorrow. So what kind of client do you want to have? Usually, that's also my experience, is that clients who pay you more are going to value the relationship in your work and experience a lot more than those who will lowball you, so to say. Tire kickers, so-called tire kickers, you try to get rid of them and filter them out. And that's something you can't do when you offer your services for like, let me say 25% of the price that everybody else is charging. Now you're wondering maybe, then what is the solution? How can I then still make money and sign clients? Now, number two, the one with the trial, I think is great for two reasons. You can prove to both yourself and that person that this is valid and this is worth the money, whatever it is that you're doing. By the way, if you need any advice on that, that's a perfect comment. Drop me a comment. I will make a video about it. You can also head to marvinadam.com, which is going to introduce you to some more of the secret sauce. It's basically just a free training that breaks down the businesses I have grown, how I've done it, and the most important things that I think you should consider when you grow your own business, right? That being said, number one, this is the, let me say, surefire, easiest way to get your first few clients in the door with proof. That means with testimonials, success stories, documented proof that you have helped somebody with the service that you sell, right? By the way, in my position, I have collected something like 150 to probably 250 testimonials. That means like screenshots, statements, video testimonials as well. A collection of that in my first 2 or 3 years, just because I knew, hey, if I do that, I will never have to collect another testimonial again, which doesn't mean I don't collect testimonials anymore, but definitely I have enough for the rest of my life in terms of selling marketing services, right? Digital marketing services, I have hundreds of testimonials. It's really enough. And that's the point that you have to get to ASAP. That should be on your agenda from at least today. So back to number one, the best way to make this possible is definitely to say, hey, I'm going to do this for you for free, also for a certain time period. And the only thing I'm asking for, I'm not even asking for money. We can talk about that later, but probably even if you don't even look for somebody to like hire for this kind of service, I'll just do it for free. But within X number of days, of course, that depends totally on your situation, plus what is it that you're offering. It really depends. Within X number of days, let's say within 7 days, you have to also fulfill your promise, and that is to send me a video testimonial where you state clearly what the experience was like working with you, what you got out of this service, and how you liked it. That's really, really the simplest way. Because even if you did that only for like, as an example, you did this for like the next 10 days or like 5 days, 100% you will find somebody willing to work with you. And that's not really guaranteed if you ask for money immediately. Then you can face a lot of rejection. And facing rejection, this in itself, it really, like, there should be a separate video just on that in itself that I should do. But facing rejection is going to become normalcy for you. It's something that you have to get used to. It's just part of life. But in the beginning, it can wreck you. Like, it can like destroy your soul if you send 500 messages and not a single person wants to work with you. Well, don't be surprised if you have zero proof. It's harder than it is for everybody else. If I'm messaging a business, I can say, hey, open this PDF. Inside the PDF, there is another 50 PDFs, or like at least videos, screenshots, case studies, everything that you need to know that this truly works, right? That being said, you don't have that. So for that reason, just get your clients for free. Do it for a very limited number of time. Like if you help them to set up a campaign in Google Ads or a Facebook campaign or content or an AI automation or AI content, whatever it is, right, that you sell, a limited amount for a limited time, but there is a guarantee attached to it, a guarantee that they will send you a video testimonial. Here's an extra tip for you. If they don't get back to you, if they don't send you the video, you jump on a call with them, you just schedule the call, and on the call you just interview them and record it. So like this call right now, this is basically what I'm recording right now, it's just like a Zoom basically. You record the Zoom call and you just ask them, like, what was it like to work with us in the past 7 days? What did we do for you? Can you just basically like explain in your own words what you asked us to do and how did we deliver? And that's it. You ask these two, 3 questions. How did you like it? Would you recommend this to somebody else? Yes or no? And then you have your video of like 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe 5 minutes. You cut it and then you have your first testimonial. Now you stack those testimonials. You try to get as many as possible. I would say if you have between maybe 3 and 5 testimonials, that's already a very valid amount of testimonials. It's going to get you at least the first client. I'm 100% positive that would be enough. Now, number 1 is the easiest way to do it. Number 2 is the medium kind of way to do it. And number 3 is definitely the hardest way to do it. It still works, but you will face a lot more rejection if you're asking for money and you have nothing to show for. You have no proof. That's why I say go with number 1, get the proof first. There's little to no rejection in that process because you have to kind of like gamify. I have to explain this in another video. It's just too much to talk about. Gamification. You have to make sure that there is some sort of dopamine in your brain that rewards you while you build this business. And if from day 1 it's like super fucking hard, and that's going to fall back on you, it's going to kill your motivation, it's going to kill your drive, and that's what we want to prevent. That's why I say work for free, even if it's just for like 10 or 15 days, for like 2 or 3 or 4 different people. Get these videos in the door, and that's how you get started. So, lastly, drop your best question. I will answer more questions, anything that you want to know about building an agency from home, selling AI services, selling any high-ticket service, B2B, to a business. I've done it. I've been doing this for 9 years, like I said. Head over to my main channel if you want to have more fancy videos. Head over to marvinadam.com to watch training where I basically break down how I built my businesses and share a few more of the secret things. I'll see you in the next video.